Gapan Church.
The biggest and oldest Spanish colonial church in the entire Nueva Ecija province. It is one of the oldest Roman Catholic churches founded in 1589. All churches represent our devotion to God. It contains information about the history of our religion, architecture, and beliefs by preserving the churches. We can relive the experiences of our ancestors and pass them down to future generations. In modern times, it is critical because more people have likely forgotten about their history and religions. Preserving old churches captivates the interest of people who aren't even religious.
This antique church has been a pilgrimage site for two patron saints of Gapan City, the Three Kings and Divina Pastora, or Divine Shepherdess. Moreover, the Holy Trinity painting on the dome of this antique church, drawn by local artist Isidro Samonte Jr. in early 1900s, also shows the creativity and artistic characteristics of the Filipinos.
Elements of that site. Gapan Church, according to RA 10066, Article 2, cultural heritage shall refer to the totality of cultural property preserved and developed through time and passed on to posterity.
Strong point of Dalton Pass. The pass was named after General James Dalton II, who was killed on this location on 1945 by a Japanese sniper. The pass, also called Balete Pass, is 76.5 kilometers and 47.53 miles long. Running south-north from San Jose in the province of Nueva Ecija to Aritao in the province of Nueva Vizcaya.
It is worth protecting as the Philippines is also known for its massive population of Catholics and Christians, which is approximately 90% of the overall country's population. It is the largest and most historic Spanish colonial church in all of Nueva Ecija. As we all know, Spanish is a huge part of our heritage. It is one of the earliest Roman Catholic churches as it was established in 1589. Day and age, limestones and bricks are seldomly used in building infrastructures. The overall structure of the church is way different from what we have now, and that alone can be the sole reason why we need to protect it.
Largest and oldest Spanish colonial structure in the entire province of Nueva Ecija. As time goes on, we may forget it ever existed, but utilizing it as a tourist attraction, we can demonstrate how devoted and inventive Filipinos are. Old churches are a symbol of our devotion to God. It includes details on the development of our culture, beliefs, and architecture.
Gapan is nicknamed the footwear capital of the North because of the succeeding footwear making industry within the city. Because of this, Gapan celebrates the annual Chinelas Festival every August annually to showcase the creativity of Novo Ecijanos in their craft and livelihood.
Dalton Pass.
Dalton Pass or Balete Pass is a rugged section of terrain where the Caraballo Sur connects with the Sierra Madre. Because of its strategic importance as the only link between Pampanga and Cagayan Valley, the pass saw intense fighting in the final stages of World War II. The blood of nearly 17,000 Japanese fighting units and U.S.-Filipino allied forces mingled with the soil due to the closeness of hostilities. Markers commemorating their sacrifice can be found near the road's highest point, with a good view of the highlands.
It is a witness that stood up through the history of the Philippines of winning back the land, country, and many things that belongs to us. After the 161 units deployed in the Philippines during the Battle of Luzon, Dalton was promoted to Brigadier General and was reassigned as Assistant Commanding General of the 25th Infantry Division. Soon after, later, Dalton was killed in action by a Japanese sniper in Battle of Balete Pass on May 16, 1945. The pass where Dalton died was renamed in honor of his battle.
Elements of that site. Dalton Pass. According to RA 10066, Article 4, appearance of streets, parks, monuments, buildings, and natural bodies of water, canal, pass, and barangays within the locality shall be maintained as close to their appearance at the time the area was the most important to Philippine history, as determined by the National Historical Institute.
Strong points. Gapan Church is distinctly Byzantine in style and it's built from blocks of limestone and bricks. The bricks are locally known as lario.
Aside from the history that it holds, the bloody history of the final battles or stages in World War II where a lot of lives lost. It is also the only pass connecting Central Luzon and Cagayan Valley. Furthermore, it houses an endemic species of orchid and it is already critically endangered. These reasons should be put into consideration as it is really important.
The Dalton Shrine. After the war, the pass where Dalton died was given a new name in his honor. We must not forget our past. The tourism sector has been essential in fostering international understanding and protecting irreplaceable natural and cultural resources.
Dalton Shrine. It contains a national shrine dedicated to General James Dalton II, who was killed by a sniper's bullet. The shrine and commemoration markers are located near the highest point of the room, which also offers a spectacular view of the headlands. Dalton Pass also serves as an entrance to the Ifugao Rice Terraces.
Camp Pangatian Shrine.
We need to preserve this site because of the historical reasons, including the following. It is used as a military training camp for 20 years before World War II. The camp was converted into a concentration camp for U.S. and Filipino prisoners of war, or the POWs, captured at Bataan and Corregidor by the Japanese Imperial Forces.
On the night of January 30, 1945, Filipino guerrillas under the Captain Juan Pajota and Captain Eduardo Quezon effectively prevented Japanese reinforcement at Pangatian concentration camp in Cabanatuan. The Battle of Cabluc Bridge and blockade at Pangan resulted into the liberation of 516 Allied prisoners of war. The joint operations of the guerrillas, Alarm Scouts, and U.S. 6th Ranger Battalion was under the Lieutenant Colonel Henry Musby and is considered one of the most successful rescue missions of its type in the annals of U.S. military history.
Elements of that site. Camp Pangatian Shrine. According to RA 10066, Article 3, historical monuments shall refer to the structures that honors illustrious persons and commemorates events of historical value as declared by the National Historical Institute.
It is a dedication for those who died in the Bataan Death March, a significant part of our history. It is also where the survivors of the march were held prisoner. It served as a prisoner of war camp. Furthermore, it is a tribute for those who helped in the liberation of Camp Pangatian, and we need to protect this heritage as it involves one of the most important events in the history of our country.
Strong point of Camp Pangatian. The concrete foundations of a water tank at the back of the memorial is the only structure that remains in the original Pangatian concentration camp. Two low memorial walls at the far end of the compound are inscribed with the names and ranks of the American servicemen imprisoned in the camp. Some of them are West Pointers. At the top of the circular platform, there are two identical markers, one in English and the other is in Filipino, from the National Historical Institute.
Camp Pangantian Shrine has been popular area after World War II, particularly for veterans and their families. The rescue operation that took place here was hailed as one of the most courageous and successful missions of its kind in U.S. military history. The tourist sector may benefit the community and aid in educating people about our history.
Camp Pangatian Shrine figures in our country's history for its many significant contributions towards Philippine liberty, and its people have kept alive and have zealously protected the many monuments and tributes to their fellow men who have given their all for freedom.